This one for WWE champions. Pay to win like every day, yeah.
I don't play mobile games.
Funny how they still think I'm a broke man.
Then I'm broke.
Even though I be pulling Hogan's. I spent like 40 grand on a couple thousand pictures of some sweaty men.
So let's start talking about that, all right? Here's what's going on right now on YouTube. It's very weird, okay? As you might know, or maybe you don't know this, but about 2 years ago, I want to say, YouTube decided to institute a new practice when it comes to going to YouTube channels. It used to be that you would have a custom URL on YouTube. So, for example, this channel has been around since 2010. And since it's such a long-running YouTube channel, you can find it by simply going to youtube.com/DSPGaming. You don't need an @ in that name. You don't need some special combination of weird letters and numbers. It's literally just DSP Gaming, okay? And the thing about that is, it's awesome. It's something that's a legacy thing. They don't do that anymore. If you were to make a new YouTube channel, you can't actually get a custom URL assigned like that anymore, all right? So I'm happy to have been around so long on YouTube that I have this post, right? It's like putting your flag down, putting your post. This is where I am. I'm a founder on YouTube, right? So now what YouTube does is when you make a YouTube channel, they will assign you a URL that's a bunch of random letters, numbers, and symbols. It's a big giant mess of like 20, 30 characters. There's no way you could ever memorize it, okay? So that has been like that for a very long time. And so people were having problems. You know, what if I didn't subscribe to a channel and I can't really remember the name of it? I can't find it now, right? And people would have issue, and they complained for many years about this, but they want a quicker way to get access to a YouTube channel. So I want to say it was about 2 years ago. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember the exact timing of it. But YouTube decided that they were going to have new shortcuts to access YouTube channels, similarly to Twitter. You know, on Twitter, your handle is @whatever. You know, mine is @theycallmedSP. Well, on YouTube, it was either the old channels had this custom URL or newer channels had a big jumbled mess. You know, can we simplify that? So what YouTube did is they assigned channels an @ and then a name. So, for example, this channel is @DSPGaming. Even though you could just find it by going to DSPGaming, you can also find it by going to @DSPGaming. I know that sounds weird. My other channels, @DSPReacts or @DSPThrowback. So now you don't need to know the giant convoluted channel address or even, you know, favorite it or subscribe to it. You could just know to search for those things, okay? This has worked flawlessly for a while. And in fact, at first, it was actually impossible to search for those if you didn't know more information, but then they fixed it. Like, for example, sometimes people would message me and say, I want to get unbanned. My channel is @Joe Johnson or something. And I would search for it and it wouldn't come up. I'm like, well, I can't find your channel. You got to actually send me the real channel URL with all the weird characters and letters. Then I could find it and unban you. Well, within the last year, they fixed that. So now you could search and find the @ and then you could just go easily. It made things so much tremendously easier. And for me, sometimes I've even been able to do things like unban someone live on stream because they made it more simplistic, okay? Well, everything's been going swimmingly with this. I updated all of my links. Like, I have 3 YouTube channels, right? I have this one, the gaming channel. I have the React channel. I have the Throwback channel. Each channel links to the other. So I added all the links with the @names. My Nightbot commands, you know, my automated bot for the stream chat, I have those set up with the @name. So everything has been streamlined and set up to work with these now because this is a new thing on YouTube, and it's been going on for over a year and working fine. All of a sudden, 2 days ago, because it wasn't yesterday, yeah, I think it was 2 days ago, one of my moderators starts talking and says, are you aware that the @ symbols aren't working anymore? And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, right now, if you were to type in youtube.com/@DSPReacts, it gives you a 404 dead page error. And I was like, what? It doesn't even say, you know, this page is banned or anything like that. It just says 404 error. Like the actual @ symbol addresses are broken. And I said, I don't know. Let me check that out. And I did. And I found it. Yeah, it is. It actually is broken. It won't work at all. The weird part about that is YouTube still links to those addresses. So if you're clicking around your own YouTube page, right? At first, YouTube is using the @ shortcut, and it won't work. It'll give you 404 errors all around your YouTube page. But if you eventually go to your real page, meaning if you find the real address of it, the whole page still works. YouTube pages still load. They're still searchable in the search. So if you search for DSP Reacts on YouTube, it'll pop up easily. The videos still play fine. Everything works. Nothing has happened negatively to the channels, but YouTube broke the @ references somehow, you know? And I've talked about this over the years, that YouTube is a constant evolving organism. It is a ginormous mess of code. Imagine if someone wrote this thing in the mid-2000s, and all that's happened is instead of redesigning and rebooting, they just keep adding more code to it. And that's really what it is. These coders who work for Google keep writing more code, adding it, writing it, adding it. And it just becomes even more convoluted and bloated. And a lot of the times when they go to fix something, they break something else. Oh, well, this will improve something. Here it goes, and make it live. And now 5 other things on YouTube that they never expected would be affected are all affected and don't work. I absolutely believe this is what happened. Why would YouTube, overnight, without even telling anyone publicly, decide that they want to get rid of the @ references to YouTube channels and make them 404 errors? That doesn't make sense at all. They literally pushed the change down our throats over the last 2 years to learn to reference YouTube channels with an @. So, I mean, I even talked about it in my podcast. I said, hey, go check it out, @DSP Reacts, right? @DSP Throwback. And now I can't say that, because if you look for those right now on YouTube, they don't work. They're dead links. Okay? So, basically yesterday, when I figured out this was going on, I was like, well, this is not good. I obviously want all of my links to work. So I had to go to my membership link. I had to go to my gifted memberships link. I had to go to my other related channels link. And basically what I had to do is I had to change all the links to be the real URL addresses of the page and not these @ references. And so let's check it out, because I did update it and it works. So did you see right now in the chat, I just did the React command, but it's now linking to the real channel URL rather than the @ symbol. I'm going to try throwback. Oh, Blastoise already did. So here we go. And the throwback works, you see? But how stupid is that? That you have to basically change everything on YouTube because some coder fucked up the whole site. Right? So now, as of now, everything should work. If you guys find a dead link somewhere, like if you're using commands today in the chat and you notice, oh, this link doesn't work anymore, let me know. Because I guarantee you it's because they changed the @ references to not work, and now that's where the dead link is coming from. I obviously want all my links working. So if you are aware of something that broke, please let me know. Whether it's on my main channel pages, a command in the chat, wherever it may be, I want to fix that for you. Okay? So let me know, and we'll go from there. Now, here's the thing. That's all I can think of that would be a problem. Now, I'm hoping that most of you that like my content have subscribed to the channels, whether it's here on DSP Gaming, or my React content on DSP React, or the throwback content on DSP Throwback. As long as you're subscribed, the content will still show up in your feed, okay? I tested it, because this, actually, my React channel is the channel I use to watch content on YouTube, because that's the one that has the YouTube Premium membership, so I don't have to see ads. And in that feed, I'm getting all of the videos from all the channels it's subscribed to. No problem. So that's good. It seems like that didn't break. It's only if it's directly an @ reference. So I hope there's nothing that relies on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows what YouTube coded and changed internally or why this happened? And it's weird, again, they've said absolutely nothing. They're just dead radio silent on it. And is it the end of the world? No, it doesn't really affect things that much. Again, if you're a fan of something, you probably already subscribed to it. You're not every day typing in, oh, youtube.com @DSP Reacts to get to the channel. You're already subscribed to it, right? And again, if you're manually searching on YouTube for the channel, it will show up. It's just the matter that the @ symbols don't work anymore. So it's kind of stupid. And here's the other thing too. This channel, DSP Gaming, is not affected. Why? because this channel is a legacy channel. It's been around for 14 years. Because of that, I have the custom URL, DSP Gaming. It'll never be given up to someone else. And because of that, you can find this channel regardless. Even if the @ symbol isn't working, it still defaults to this channel URL anyway. So that's a good thing, that the main channel here isn't going to be affected in any negative way. It's really the other channels that will. And that does kind of suck. You know, already those channels, let's be honest, don't have giant viewer bases. It would really suck if now people who normally watch the content on those channels can't find the channels. You know, I hope that's not the case. I hope someone doesn't type in @DSP Reacts today and says, oh, I got a 404 error. I guess Phil's channel got deleted, and then they don't check it out. That would really suck. But again, this is kind of the drawback of working on YouTube, is you never know what's going to happen day in, day out. They break the site, you know, and now you got to try to figure out how to go around it, you know? So anyway, this is going on. I wanted to make everyone aware, because it's not just affecting my channels. It's anyone who's usually using the @ reference. It's broken right now. And I just want people to know that, so that they are not wondering, why are there 404 errors everywhere I go today on YouTube? It's because YouTube broke. You could still find it. You have to manually search for it. Okay? And hopefully they will fix it. But in the meantime, I made all my commands to the actual channel URL, so I don't think we'll have this issue moving forward anyway. But we'll see. Okay.